First of all, I think we ought to realize where we already are. It seems like better things come to us when, first of all, we're thankful for what we have. And I would say, for the most part, we're all doing fairly well, at least compared to the rest of the world. One of the weekend seminars up at the ranch, just before it started, I walked out into this parking area where we have a place up there to park all the automobiles. There were Ferraris and Continentals and Eldorados and Corvettes. I think there was one Rolls. I couldn't believe the parking lot with all these fancy cars. And I walked in to conduct the seminar. I think there was only about 35, 40 people to spend the weekend. My opening remarks were, ladies and gentlemen, the rest of the world would find it rather strange that we have come up here to spend 2 days to figure out how to do better. Wow. And could very well probably be said today, right? If we were to take a survey out on the parking area and we walk in here and, have breakfast in style and we're all dressed pretty good and looking pretty good, the rest of the world, the 4.5 other billion people in the world that are probably struggling a lot harder than we are, would find it strange that we're trying to figure out how to do better. But we do have the chance to do well. We have the chance not only to do well for ourselves, but we have the chance to be an influence and to develop leadership for the people we come in contact with. So we do have a chance to do better. And I think when you have the chance, you ought to take it. So, first of all, realize where we are. Second, be thankful for what we already have. Who was it said, I complained about not having any shoes until I met someone who had no feet. So, we should be thankful for what we already have. Then I think to get the best out of the 2 days is be eager to learn. No matter how much you already know, how wealthy you are, and we're not here to compare bank accounts, really, no matter how much wealth of information you've already gotten, how successful you are, there's always a chance you could probably learn something else or appreciate someone else's point of view. Sure enough, somebody says, did you ever look at it from over here? And you step over there and take a look at it. And sure enough, they've got a unique view of something that maybe you haven't considered it from that viewpoint before. And that's always interesting. So be eager to learn. Then I would ask you to gather up all that we're going to share with you these 2 days and argue with it later. Not that I don't mind a good debate. I like a good debate. Our problem is this weekend we just don't have time to just open this up and let everybody have a chance to talk and exchange ideas like we might do in an open workshop. Although I do like that forum. One of the ways to come up with good ideas is debate. It's one of the ways we've decided, the Founding Fathers decided was a good way to run the country, is have two-party system and let the representatives from both parties go to Congress and debate. Not bad. Somebody says, I've got a great idea that'll cure the problems of the nation. Everybody else says, wonderful, put it on the table, let's take a look at it. Right? And they start asking questions. And after a few questions, the person may very well say, I withdraw my idea, right? I just hadn't thought of those questions before, right? So it's good, debate. I like debate. In fact, I like it so well, I'm willing to take either side of the question. But it doesn't really matter. But we're just going to have to go very rapidly because we've got an awful lot to share in just 2 days. We want to send you home with a whole wagon load of stuff to ponder and to edit and to go through. And then when the 2 days are finished, as some of you talk among yourselves, because some of you have come here representing families or an office or a company or whatever, and you're going to have a chance to talk with each other about the ideas we're going to share here these 2 days. Then you go through it and edit it and decide what you think about it, and if it makes sense, use it, try it, refine it, edit it, go through it. I don't mind that at all. You don't have to buy everything any one person says. Just take in the information, digest it thoroughly, think about it sincerely, go through it meticulously, and then do whatever you wish to with it. You know, be independent. As we said in the evening seminar, don't be a follower. Be a student. Okay. Then these 2 days, one more point. Try your best to be a good listener. And sometimes it's not that easy to listen. There's all kinds of voices, right, trying to get our attention. One of the good things about going up to the ranch for this seminar was at least you had the sense of getting away from your business and getting away from the traffic. In fact, it was really a way. Most everybody got lost trying to find it, so it was a way, right? Nobody's going to drop in, and so it's off, up in the mountains, gone. And sometimes in a hotel setting, it's just not that easy to dismiss all the voices that are going on in your mind about family and business and what's happening and what's going to happen and what about Monday and all of that. But do your best to zero in and just set aside the burdens of the day and whatever's happening in your life, if you possibly can, and really zero in, become a good listener these 2 days. And we'll move right along and see if we can't load up your notebooks with plenty to ponder by the time we finish. Okay. Let's now get into our first subject called communication. If there's one skill to develop, as well as any other, this is probably one of the major ones: communication.